morning, children. So today you are going to learn about the adaptations to environment. Yesterday in that previous video I explained that what is meant by adaptation. Actually it is the ability to adjust, that means the body features which help the animals to survive on its surroundings, right? Then those who are able to adapt themselves according to their surroundings, then they will survive. Others will die. That is what dinosaurs, they couldn't survive according to the environment. That's what they became extinct. Okay. Now children, that habitat, what is habitat? Habitat means it is the natural home, right? The place where an animal or a plant, an organism live. That place is known as habitat, right? On the basis of the habitat, the animals are divided. In yesterday's class, what you learned, that is on the basis of the presence or absence of the backbone, they were divided into vertebrate and invertebrate, right? Then here what you are learning, that is on the basis of the habitat. Okay, on the basis of habitat, they are divided. Okay, habitat, the animals are divided into, mainly they are divided into five types. Okay, animals, they are divided into 5 types. First one, they are terrestrials. Okay, they are terrestrial animals. Then second one, they are what we can say, they are the aquatic. Okay, aquatic. Then amphibians. Third one, it is amphibians. Then fourth one, aerials. And the fifth one is arboreals. Okay, arboreals. Understood this one? That means on the basis of the habitat, the animals are divided into terrestrials, aquatic, amphibians, aerials and arboreals. Now see children, now I am talking about the terrestrials. Terrestrials means they live on land. They are terrestrials. The animals which live in water, they are aquatic, and the animals, those who can live on both the places, on land as well as in water, they are amphibians. And aerials means they spend most of their time in air. They are aerials. And arboreals means those who spend most of the time on trees, or the branches of the trees. They are the arboreals. Okay, understood? Now see, now if I talk about the terrestrials. Okay, terrestrials, again, terrestrials means these animals live on land, right? Where? On land. But that land also, if we are saying about land, that also we see so many things, types are there. That means in land, the climate actually vary from place to place, right? The conditions vary from place to place. And there, those who are, they have mostly, they use their legs to walk, and they, for breathing, they use lungs, right? And now if I am saying about the terrestrials, land, they are of, see, first one I can say desert. Okay, desert. If it is desert, then that means here the it is mostly hot conditions, right? And here, which if I am saying about a particular animal, camel, mainly we are saying about a camel. Camel, it is the actually the ship of the desert, right? So camel, how the camel survive in desert? See, desert, it is hot conditions, and the sand, they are fully, the mostly it is covered of sand, right? And then there, to survive the extreme hot conditions, these animals are having thick skin. So thick skin, then the temperature, the sunlight or it will not affect, goes inside. Okay, so it can survive with that. And its body having less hairs. If the hairs, if they more hairs are there, that much sweat will come. If more sweat, then that much loss of water. Okay, so these animals, they are in the desert areas, less water only. right? So their body also having the adaptation that they have the less hair only, so that they won't sweat. Okay, and even the, no, not only that, see, desert areas, it is far places, it has to move. Okay, and it is mostly using for transportation, that means for carrying the goods on it and moving that. So not only the goods but also the people also. Then what happens, to travel long distance in that area, so there may not be having any water. Okay, so to what happens, at a time once when it drink, it can drink near about 200 liters of water together. So that what happens, and that will be stored also in its body, so it can continuously walk without taking the rest also, and without water it can live some days also. Okay, and not only that, then without stop it continuously travel. So the food also, see what happens, it is having the camel, it is having actually one behind its place, right? So here this is what actually it is the hump. Okay, what it is, hump. Actually here the fat stored, extra fat stored over here, so that what happens, the when it moves, that time this fat will be utilized and gives energy to the camel. Understood? So that it can survive without food and water many days. Okay, and then the next one, you know that in desert areas, most probably there will be sand dunes. Okay, and the storm also comes, that time together the sand come on its eyes as well as on its nose, it goes inside, so that what strong wind comes, so along with that sand also comes. So these animals are having such an adaptations that their eyelids, these are the eyelids, right? The hairs on the eyes, they are the eyelids. These eyelids becomes, that means number of eyelashes. Eyelashes means the hairs on the eye. Okay, eyelid, that is only the eyelashes. Eyelashes become long and thick, so that when the dust comes, that time it fall on its hairs only, it will not go inside the eyes. Understood? And then nostrils also, nostrils, these holes are in the nose only, nostrils, they have such adaptations that they can close it also. When it when the storm occurs, that time it closes its nostril. That ability also it is having. Okay, and not only that, this camel, it is having long legs. So what is the use of the long legs in the desert areas? Actually, when it moves, right, the sand down only on the ground, so the body will be above, little bit above from the land, so that the heat will not absorb from the hot sand to its stomach, to its body. So for that it is having the long legs. Okay, and then when talking about that urinate, it will not urinate. If it is urinate also, very less urine only. And if we are saying about its dung, waste, that also be mostly dry, because it is not dry, that means loss of water is not there. Okay, so all these adaptations are having this camel, so that the camel can survive in desert. Okay, that all. Understood this one? Now if I am talking about the next desert place, then I can land. Okay, this is a desert. And now second one, it is, if I am saying mountains. Okay, mountains, if you are saying mountains, they are actually the areas where mostly you can see the yak. Okay, what? Yak. This animal, they are having long hairs over its body, so that it can there also too cold will be their mountain regions, right? So it can survive there with their long and thick hairs. Okay, and then if I am saying about the polar regions, next land, if you are saying polar region, that also comes under land only. Okay, polar region, here mainly you can see the animals polar bear and penguin. Okay, the polar bear and penguin, they have also the such an adaptations because they are on the polar regions. So sometimes what happens, they are mostly, you can see the ice. Okay, and sometimes that ice also melt. So when they are having such a feet, okay, padded feet, means feet itself, their fingers, toes, okay, the toes becomes joined with the layer, so that what happens, when the ice melt, it can swim in the water. When the ice melt, it becomes liquid, right? So that time it can swim also there. And on when it is on the solid form, that time it can glide on that ice also. Okay, that adaptation is there. And then they are also be too cold, so to survive that one, what happens, they are having the that means thick fur on their body. Okay, thick fur on their body. Not only that, under their skin they have thick skin with the fat. Okay, that fat, it is known as what, blubber, we can say. That is blubber. Okay, it is the fat present under the skin. Okay, that one. So that one it can use it during that time. So it can survive there also, because fat actually it increases, it gives warmness to the body. Okay, so it can survive in that areas. Understood? And now the next one, if I am saying, in some animals, see children, if we are saying about the mountains also, some animals, according to the climate, they changes. They can't survive the extreme cold also. Some animals cannot survive, and extreme hotness also cannot survive. So such a time, that time, they adapt themselves like this. They undergo for a long sleep. So they will go sleep there, and nothing, they cannot know anything about that. Okay, they saw that when the climate becomes favorable to it, then it will wake up. Understood? And don't think that under the, we cannot sleep like this for a long sleep, we can't do it, right? But some animals can do it. During that time, they will not eat anything. Okay, and that time their body fat only gives the energy to that animal. Okay, particularly if we are saying about we can say two types. Okay, what are that? Hibernation. Okay, hibernation. What is hibernation? Hibernation means it is a long winter sleep. Okay, what it is? Long winter sleep. That means it is not 1 or 2 days, it takes months. Okay, number of months it is sleep under this, that long winter sleep, mainly doing this bear, polar bear. Okay, they are there only, polar bear, and some kinds of the frog, they also go for what, long winter sleep. Okay, to survive from the extreme cold. And now another type of long sleep, that is estivation. Okay, what it is? Estivation. Estivation means it is actually the long summer sleep. Okay, to escape from the extreme hot, they undergoes for long summer sleep. Okay, and here mainly some kind of snail and salamander, that only go for long summer sleep. Okay, understood this one? Hibernation and estivation, these are also the adaptation only. Okay, then it means according to the habitat, the animals are divided into mainly 5: terrestrials, aquatic, amphibians, aerials, and arboreals. Today I explained only about terrestrials. Okay, these all are the terrestrials only. Okay, and now in the next class I will explain about these things. Okay, till that, take care children, read the chapter very well. Thank you. Have a nice day.